In tonight's top stories. In the world of dance, dances from American Ballet Theatre to perform in honor of Cynthia Harvey's final year as artistic director of the ABJKO School. New York, the American Ballet Theatre Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis School will appear at NYU Scribble in New York City for two performances, Thursday, May 19 at 7:30 p.m. and Saturday, May 21 at 1:30 p.m. Students of the ABJKO School's pre-professional division will perform excerpts from a variety of repertoire including August Bournonville's Conservatoriat, staged by Petrosojko Brohome, Jota staged by Carmela Gallis after Igor Moisaev, The Sleeping Beauty staged by Cynthia Harvey, and a suite from Coppelia staged by Gallis, Robert Lafosse, and Ruben Martin. Original choreography by ABJKO School faculty member and former AB principal dancer Lafosse will feature music composed by ABJKO School student Charles Chapman in tribute to his teacher. The program at NYU Scribble will feature a special appearance by dancers from American Ballet Theatre. Leah Fleetu, an alumna of the ABJKO School, and Jared Curley will perform the Black Swan Pas de Deux from Swan Lake, in honor of Cynthia Harvey's final year as artistic director of the ABJKO School. Fleetu, a member of ABT's Corps de Ballet since 2019, was one of the first students to study under Harvey at the ABJKO School. The AB Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis School, under the direction of Harvey since 2016, currently serves over 250 students and encompasses a pre-professional division for dancers ages 12 to 18 and a children's division for dancers ages 5 to 12. The ABJKO School follows a specific graded curriculum, divided by age, based on ABT's national training curriculum. Classes include classical ballet technique, pointe, men's and women's variations, pas de deux, character dance, modern, Pilates, strength training, music, and dance history. Tickets, starting at $39, are available online. NYU Scribble is located at 566 LaGuardia Place in New York City. Also, some exciting news in the world of music. The Rolling Stones have released two previously unheard recordings from a legendary event in the band's incredible 60-year history via Universal Music Canada, the country's leading music company. Tumbling Dice and Hot Stuff, recorded at the Stones' famous secret concerts at the 300-capacity Toronto club El Mocambo in March 1977, are out now. The two tracks are set to feature on the upcoming Live at the El Mocambo album, which is being released in full for the very first time on Friday, May 13. The album will be available on double CD, 4LP black vinyl, 4LP neon vinyl and digitally. It features the Stones' full set from the March 5 show, plus 3 bonus tracks from the March 4 gig, newly mixed by Bob Clearmountain. The distinctive groove of Rolling Stones staple, Tumbling Dice, and the funk-induced Hot Stuff, preview the forthcoming release, giving an irresistible taste of the exhilarating 1977 El Mocambo gigs, which are still talked about in Toronto, and in Rolling Stones legend, to this day. The gigs featured a setlist for all seasons, from Muddy Waters' Manish Boy, and Bo Diddley's Crackin' Up, to classics such as Let's Spend the Night Together, and It's Only Rock and Roll, and back to the blues with Big Macchio's Worried Life Blues, and Willie Dixon's Little Red Rooster. There was the live debut of Worried About You, not heard in studio form until 1981's Tattoo You, and more highlights from Honky Tonk Women to Rip This Joint. As they took to the stage of the Elmo, a fixture of the Toronto music scene since the 1940s, the Stones rolled back the years to the exhilarating club incarnation of their early years. 45 years on, this is a trip back to the intensity of the Crawdaddy Club in the Stones' earliest days, revisited by the band on Live at the El Mocambo, while in the art world of fresh collections of Indonesian, Burmese and Vietnamese art to dazzle at Bonham's Southeast Asian Art Sale Hong Kong. Art collecting can be seen as art in itself. A meaningful collection cannot be put together without the discerning decisions of the collector and the thoughtful connections with artists at a particular time. It is not merely an act of assembling, but a way to make sense of what the collector sees, and a personal record of their experience and encounters from a particular time. On the 28th of May, Bonham's Southeast Asian Modern and Contemporary Art Sale will present a series of fresh-to-market collections from a number of Western enthusiasts who became deeply engaged in Southeast Asian art in the 20th century. The Silverstein collection of Burmese modern art. The sale spotlights a collection of rare Burmese modern paintings from Professor Joseph Silverstein and Marilyn Cooper Silverstein. A young academic couple in the mid-1950s, the Silversteins paid their first visit to Rangoon, Burma and began collecting art. They went on to become good friends and supporters of the three leading artists in Myanmar's modern art movements in the 1960s, Poru Thet 1936-1993, Win P.B. 1935, and On Kin 1921-1996, who at the time were eager to learn about the West. The friendship allowed them to share their love for the art and music of both cultures, and the Silversteins gradually formed a unique collection of early works by these modern artists, which are now rarely seen on the market. Highlights include three early works by Win P., one of Myanmar's most celebrated living artists and a forefront figure in the country's modern art movements. Win P. famously proposed that modern art is neither Cubism nor Impressionism, but a concept of thinking, conviction, and ideas. Strawberry Cellar estimate, 70,000 Hong Kong dollars 200,000. Left above is a special scene resonant with the Silversteins, who often explored Burma's open markets full of food, spices, and handicrafts. The painting was hung in their dining room for over 60 years, and often puzzled visitors as the berries thrive in cool, not tropical, mountain climate. The other painting, Water Festival estimate, 80,000 Hong Kong dollars 200,000, right above, was created in 1961 when Win P. was one of Joseph's students at Mandalay University, and at the same time a cartoonist for People's Daily. The image was created as a roughly drawn poster for a local event, which Joseph saw and admired. Joseph went on to ask Win P. to rework it into a fully thought-out painting and eventually acquired it. Other highlights from the Silverstein collection include Poru Thet, Pagan, estimate, 80,000 Hong Kong dollars 120,000. On Kin, backstage at a PWE, estimate, 60,000 Hong Kong dollars 80,000. The Brouwer family of Indonesian art. Robert P. Brouwer had an illustrious career in Asia beginning in 1946, and called Bangkok, Jakarta, Medan and Hong Kong his home in the following decades. Although Robert's career started in the diplomatic service and moved on to management for some of the largest global corporations, such as Swiss Re, Julius Baer and Harrison and Crossfield, his true passion lay in the arts. These two paintings by Hendra Gunawan, among other artworks, were acquired alongside his career over decades, showing how the beauty of Indonesian culture was imprinted in his personal life. Born into the nobility of West Java in 1918, Hendra Gunawan was the only son of his family. Against his parents' expectation, he decided to become an artist, honing his skills by learning from his friends and fellow artists. Like other artists of his time, Gunawan joined the Indonesian struggle for freedom from the Dutch, which threw him into politics. He was incarcerated after the coup in 1965, and remained in jail for 13 years without trial. Despite this, he kept on painting until he died in 1983 in poverty, without a single work in his possession as they had all been pawned. Kerokan estimate, HK $1 million 2 million, circa 1956, depicts the traditional folk remedy in Indonesia, which involves applying oil to a person's back and scraping the back with a coin to chase bad spirits, colds, etc. from the body. No other Indonesian artist has depicted this subject. Kerokan remains one of the most important and distinctive themes in the creation of Hendra Gunawan's paintings. The Market Woman estimate, 800,000 Hong Kong dollars 1,800,000, circa 1960, is completely different perspective from Hendra's other paintings produced during the same era. Grey, blue, black, and white tones dominate the canvas, unlike the tone for the majority of his works in the 1960s. The brushwork is loose and painterly. It is purposely impressionistic, aiming to capture the momentary, fleeting moment when the market woman realizes she is late. Professor Paul Moos' collection of Vietnamese art. An influential scholar, political advisor, and anti-war activist, Professor Paul Moos (1902–1969) grew up in France and Vietnam and served in the Second World War. As a political advisor to France's Indochine Committee, he presented France's conditions for a ceasefire in Vietnam, which the Viet Minh leader rejected. His passion for Vietnam and Southeast Asia was reflected in his many academic achievements and this collection for sale. Highlights include three works by French artist Joseph Ngwimbati, Ba Vai Mountain Range from the Sun Tay Rice Fields, estimate, 580,000 Hong Kong dollars 900,000, left above. Still Life with Magnolia and Fruits, estimate, 200,000 Hong Kong dollars 350,000, right above, and Marina estimate, 80,000 Hong Kong dollars 200,000. Commenting on the sale, Bernadette Rankin, Bonham's director of Southeast Asia, said, Our sale this season is blessed with a number of great private collections with strong provenance, each of them narrating an episode of art history in the 20th century Southeast Asia. These collections have been kept in private for decades before finally coming fresh to the market now, and we therefore are expecting strong interest from our clients. That's all for this evening. Until next time, stay safe.